here's how I prepare for my games in 2026 and beyond. Let's get to it. So I want you to actually pull up a new tab right now, and you're going to go over to snoopchess.com. Now you can leave it up. You can pause the video, snoop through it yourself, and then actually come back to the video, or you can just watch how we do it right here. So snoopchess.com, guys, I've been using it, and this is how I'm preparing for my games. In this day and time, preparation is very important. You know, you got to prepare for your opponent, or you are being prepared for, whether that's, you know, some people you're playing at home, or some people you're playing at work, or someone you're playing in very serious tournaments. It doesn't matter, guys. If they got your name or your username, they're going to find you. They're going to try to prep, and you can be uncomfortable. But you can also do the same thing to them, where you can actually prep against them and know what they're going to do on move 10, on move 15, and stuff like that, where you can absolutely take advantage of their move orders, what they do, what their tendencies are, what openings do they like to play, what are they more comfortable with, what are they uncomfortable with. This is very important, and these are things that you want to pay very close attention to. That's why prep is important, and Snoop Chess is one of the greatest tools to use when it comes to that. I'll show you why. So knowing for me, you know me, I'm a tournament player, always covering my games and analyzing and stuff like that, as you guys are watching. Now, I'm fresh off a tournament, right? The Las Vegas International Chess Festival, the National Open as well, if you will. I played very well, guys. I was preparing every round, and I did incredible. I was up 30 points and played 2 GMs, played 2 International Masters, won some, drew some. I played very, very well. Now, here's how I'll be prepping, or how I am prepping. What you do is actually type in Zavin here. This was the first round of the tournament. Was playing against Grandmaster Zavin here. So say I go in here, I type in Zavin, I see his name. Boom, there it is, right? Make sure everything is correct here. We click Let's Go. Once we click Let's Go, we are going to go. Don't wait for this thing to load here. So we have some things at the top: explore, player, opening, prep, train. But we're going to walk through one by one, guys. We're going to first start here. And then what I like to do is I always like to see what color am I playing and what are they playing against that color. So I'm playing with the white pieces. So if I'm playing with the white pieces against Zavin, I want to see what he's playing with black. So I'll take a look to see kind of his most recent games and what's being played. So let's say I'm playing E4. This game, I'm feeling very aggressive. I want to go with E4. So let's see what he's playing against E4. Zavin here plays C5. This is a Sicilian. E4, C5, another Sicilian. That's knight of 3. These are black. E4, C5, another Sicilian. So most likely are going to be getting a Sicilian if I respond 1 E4. Yeah, every game. E4, C5, another Sicilian there. D4, D6, that one. So yeah, a lot of E4, C5s is what we're looking for. So I can actually click the game. If I like, I can click on this one. It's the E4, C5 game. And I can see kind of what he played. You know, this is very important. Very easy to see, you know, what variations he's playing, or what variations he's playing against. What is he comfortable with? What is he uncomfortable with? Now, next thing I'll do is I'll actually scroll down, and after the games, there is a secret hidden tab that people do not know about. And in fact, right, it's happening right now as they're pulling up games from Zavin right now. Check this out. This is going to be actually from ChessCom and Lichess. This is a secret tab, as they say here, something that you're not used to seeing. We can also pick best games too as well. So after it loads, we'll be right here where it gets to show kind of all the games from the search results from the player that we're looking up. So you find the chess.com games and also the lichess.com games. Guys, this right here is very important because it's secret. It's secret. It's a secret here. What do I mean by that? So first things first, I mean, at my level here, it's pretty easy to find the player we're looking for. You know, GM, IM, FM, title player. They're going to have games in the database. There's going to be games that we can prep for, that we can find. You know, so we're going to be able to find all his stuff. Normally, that's how it is, which is why you want to be more of a versatile player, or just have the different things that you play. But imagine that for you, you're actually playing someone that doesn't have a title, or you're actually looking for someone and maybe they have a secret account. A lot of people these days have secret accounts. This software, Snoop Chess, actually fixes that problem, where we have 1.25 billion games online that we use to match the player's OTB games to the games in online accounts. So it's actually very important to do this, guys, because if we mix it up, or you don't know kind of what's going on, you can obviously find what their games are as this match from OTB, and you use the score here to kind of see. It says this number, it shows how much this account matches the search. This includes many factors that we consider in our algorithm. Most critical is how matched are the games. The bigger the number, the more likely this is the user of the player. So what I'm saying is there could be usernames that they're hiding under, right? And in fact, if I'm going to actually give you guys a task to try me. Do it on me. And you'll actually probably find some of these because I actually have some secret accounts. That's crazy that this is even a thing. I can't believe I'm giving this away to you guys, so don't tell anyone. Bruh. But I have secret accounts. So let me know if you find them. If you're watching this and you find a secret account of mine, put it in the comments if you found one of my secret accounts. I have a lot of them. So you'll be able to catch them here. And especially if a player is trying to hide. You can use chess.com. You can also use Lichess. So if you want to see their Lichess games, look at that Zavin chess mood. He's not under GM Zavin. He's under Zavin chess mood. So if you couldn't find him or, you want to look for him, of course, it's easier, obviously, to find the title players. But if they're not a title player or they're working for titles, or even if they're a title player hiding under a certain account, you'll be able to find it here with the secret kind of games feature here, which is amazing. So now, yeah, after we go through this is pretty nice. You can see the hidden accounts that people are not are trying to get away from or trying to hide from you. So we also have these tools as well, explore and prepare. So I think obviously the best tool is this one here. This is amazing because I've never seen anything like this where you can actually find hidden accounts. I even know, I won't tell you who, but there's a chess kid. He's still a kid. He's like a teenager, maybe late teens now, but very strong player. And he was IM at the time, maybe GM now. I don't think he got his last norm. I'm not familiar, but I remember asking him and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. What's your account name? Like, what are you training under? And he said, what did he say? I'm not, I can't reveal that information. Bruh. He was secret accounts. I do the same thing. I can't tell you how many secret accounts I have, but now they will be hidden no more with this tool right here. So make sure you guys are using this. This is really nice. So you can be able to find, obviously you put their name in. When you use their name and you go over their name right at the top here, they're going to pull all the stats here and the secret accounts using, of course, you got Chess.com and you have Lichess as well. You can go through kind of both of them to see what they're doing and what they're playing and stuff like that. So, okay, I'm going to go over to Chess.com. I'll also prep Lichess too as well if I'm using a tool. But let's check this out. One thing that I'll be doing is using the Explore or the Prepare tab. So, Prepare actually comes after Explore, so I always like to start here with Explore. So when I go to Explore, then it's going to pull up kind of games that he's playing, platform, Chess.com, playing as white. I'm actually playing white against him, so I'm going to be playing, I'm going to look at his black pieces. So, what is he playing with black? So he's facing e4. Cool. I'll go e4. Let's say he goes c5. This is his normal stuff. As you see, he's played against a bunch of different things. Alapin, I'm a fan of Alapin. He only faced it kind of 3 times on here, but I'm more into open Sicilian these days, even though I'll do like a c3 Sicil for the kill. He goes d6. Looks like d4. Unanimous, obviously. This is theory. C takes, knight takes, and he goes knight f6 all the time. Knight c3 is what I'll be playing, and then a6. So he's a Najdorf player. In Najdorf, I like the sharp lines myself, so I'll go with bishop g5. Definitely love a good bishop g5. It looks like he plays e6. He's played e5 once, and knight bd7. But e6 is played a lot for him. So e6 is probably likely to be played, mainline stuff. I'm going to go with f4 too, and then queen b6. So the queen b6 idea, which is more poison pawn, as they call it. So he's attacking the b2 pawn. So this is the poison pawn variation. Knight b3 looks like it's been played 2 times. So I'm going to maybe go into the poison pawn myself. This is where you probably would stop. And you can do some analysis and prep against him right now. So what I'll do is save this line as preparation because I want to go in the engine and check this out. So I'll say Zavin, poison pawn. Zavin, poisoned pawn. I'll say white because I'm playing white. So, all right, let's click save. And then now we're going to go over to preparations. This takes me to preparation. You see the tab up here, switch to opening prep. And then I'm going to pull up the opening prep, select the preparation, which is in the drop down here. And then I'll say Zavin, poison pawn with white. Here we go. So let's scroll down. And now, okay, we have a bunch of things that we can use here. You can turn the engine on. I think that's pretty awesome. We can just turn the engine on and get some lines here immediately to figure out kind of what's going on. And also showing now a database of games and stuff like that. Queen d2 is what I like to play. So I'm going to play the queen d2 variation here to kind of see what happens afterwards. And we're going to click queen to d2. After queen d2, queen takes b2 is a very normal move. Also maybe knight c6. But let's say he goes for the queen b2 variation. He takes it. Let's go with rook b1. And then after queen a3, I'm going to go with, let's check one of the moves down here. It looks like f5 and bishop takes f6. f5 is more aggressive. After f5, let's take a look at e5. This is probably a very normal move. Attacking my knight, I take on f6. Okay, take back. After g takes f6, we got to go knight to b3. And then after knight b3, let's see kind of what black can play. It looks like knight d7 is a move. Knight d7 is a main move. And then we have a few moves, knight d5 and bishop c4. 95 apparently is a little bit better. So we'll just go with the best. Let's go with 95 is what it says. And then rook b8, stopping knight c7 from forking. And then what does it say? Queen a5. Was not expecting that one. But I guess it's kind of hard for black to move. So let's see. Takes. How about like, oh, bishop e7 is a, wait, no, it's not a blunder. So bishop e7, king f2, bishop d8, knight c4. So my knights are very annoying in this position is what it seems like. So it feels like I can definitely play this position out. With, of course, black having double pawns here too as well. Maybe I can even go a bishop c4 line. Like, let's say if I didn't really want to go this line at all. And I didn't want to go for knight d5. What I can do is actually delete this out. And then let's see what happens on bishop c4. Bishop c4. Let's go with a knight here. This is a very human move. I'll go bishop d5, which is nice. And, okay, rook b8. Maybe castles. Castles is a move, okay. How about bishop d7 afterwards? Queen e3. Hits the knight. Knight goes where? Knight a4. Okay. Queen a7. Very nice. Rook c8. I can take, or I can go knight d1. Taking is better. Takes. Queen takes b7. What happens on rook takes c2, which is a very normal move. Ooh, +2 after rook c1. Rook takes. How about bishop e7? Rook c7. Really nice. Oh, I see the idea. And then bishop d8 wants this. If bishop d8, we go rook takes d7. Queen takes and bishop c6, and we win. That's a nasty line. So, of course, I want you to play around with this because the next part is even stronger and even more fun, which is going through here, scrolling down, and using train this prep. Now, I have my prep. Now I'm going to train it. So we're going to go over here. We're going to click train prep, and it takes me right over here to this where I can start from the baseline, which is this position, or I can go on all moves. I like to do the all moves one because it just starts you fresh from the beginning to train what you just looked at. Let's start drilling here. Let's go. Let's make sure we see this. Okay, so e4. What do we do? Knight f3, d4, knight takes, knight c3, bishop g5, right? f4 is queen d2, rook b1. This was F. There he is. Takes on f6, knight b3, bishop c4, bishop d5. Next is, did we castle here? Yes, we did. And then we went queen e3, very active. We take on a4. Oh no, queen a7, that's right. Then take on a4, then take on b7, bring the rook over, rook takes, rook c7, rook here, bishop takes. Look at that. And just like that, you got yourself a variation. You got yourself a variation ready to go, and you're ready to go play in your game right now against Savin. Okay, don't try this at home. No, at the same time, you'll be able to play against whatever player you're prepping against, especially if you go down that line. It's going to be very sharp and very easy for you. Guys, I think that is it so far, what we covered here. You're going to make sure you're going over find user, right? So you're going to go over here and you're going to find your user, whoever that is, which of course for me was Zavin. Once we go through, we're going to check games. We're going to check games and respective to the color that you may be playing. Check the games that they're playing. Go through the numbers. Check who is this player? What are they playing? What are they comfortable with? Uncomfortable? How are they winning? How are they losing? How did they draw? Who are they playing? Things like that. And then here, the secret accounts. This is amazing. These secret accounts are crazy. We're like, if they tried to hide, you're not going to hide anymore. This number right here tells you how accurate it is that this person is that person right here, which is really nice. Chess.com, you even go over here to Lichess, check the Lichess one to see, is this person? Oh, he has this account too. Wow, look at that. 80% accuracy match on that. This guy is definitely him. This is his account. Then after you find something you like, now you go and explore who they are, or etc. Things like that. You go explore. Once we go to explore, you can go through games and things that they play. And then after you explore, you're going to go over here to opening prep. You're going to say save this line as preparation. Let's actually just make it random. E4. Let's go. E3 was actually mouse slip there. Let's go back E4, and then let's go like C5. Right. So then we're just going to save the line as preparation. We save it. Just save it as test. Test here, and then save. We're going to save. Go to preparations. You should have your preparations right in here as you load your preparation. So I'll go to test, brings it right up. Look at it from white or black's point of view, however you like. Nice flipping the board there. You can turn the engine on. You can train the prep right now if you like. I can go train prep. Takes me right here. When I train the prep, I'm going to go to all moves. Very easy. We start drilling. E4, C5. You're done. Basically, very easy step-by-step process. Using Snoop Chess, nobody's going to be able to hide from you anymore. And you're going to be able to prepare against your opponents all the time at the highest level possible by using SnoopChess.com. Click the link below, and I have something special for you too as well. with snoopchess.com. I'll see you on the site and on the next video.